Hello, Chad. My name is Anthony. In this video, I'm going to go over three things that you can do in order to help increase some of the traffic or some of your customers to your websites. You're most likely sitting there asking yourself, well, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, today's your lucky day because I read minds, and here's the answer. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their businesses to learn just how the internet can benefit their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have in hiring someone is that they just don't know who to hire because they're not sure who the experts are. I found that by giving people this easy and free things that they can actually do for their website, this has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, "I like you, Anthony. Can you do this for me?" So if by the end of this video you liked what you have heard and you can see that I have a few tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, then shoot me a message and we can chat. And if at the end of this video you simply just want to take these free things that I'm about to give you and do them yourself, well, that works for me too. And so let's get started. I wanted to go over your website just a little bit and discuss a few things that I noticed. You have a good website, a lot of content, better than some of the competitors that I've searched. However, if we go over to the services page and we scroll down, you see these links here that you have. If you click any of them, they'll take you to this page not found. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but this is not a good idea. Because, like I said, it's in your services page. And so anybody who's clicking on any of these hoping to go to a specific page and then finding a page that don't exist, it kind of tells them, hey, well, this is not the website for me. And they usually just leave your website. And so one of the other things I noticed is over here in your more column, you have your service areas for AC repair. This is good to have these pages. However, those links that weren't tracking to these pages, that needs to be redone. And someone needs to fix that in order to make sure that it takes you to these pages. So I'm not sure how that ended up there. However, I would also rename this more to service areas, because it says more, most people are just not going to click there to find this. But if you had service areas, obviously if people want to know what areas you're servicing, they would click in that and then they would find these pages a lot easier. And so if we go back to your home page, one of the other things I noticed as well, right here, you have the word "and" misspelled. It's not a huge deal, but it's right there. It's easy to see. And, I'm not sure if you meant to do that. Obviously, you didn't mean to do that, but that would be something I would fix as well. And so if we go and we look at one of the things I wanted to talk about, which is your citations, we can go over here where the Google search is, where I did an HVAC Beaumont, California search. And if we scroll down, we have the Google Map Pack here. This one is paid, it's a sponsored, but these are the top three. So Precision One Service is one of your competitions that I was going to discuss. But you want to be in this top three area here. And so the more directories, we call them citations, having your business name, your phone number, and your address listed in many more citations. The more citations that you have, more directories that you have, where Google recognizes relevance to your business, it will list you higher up in this listing here. And so if we click here, we'll notice that you are further down. You're right here. And so you would want to, like I said, you'd want to be in the top three, because that's the one that shows up on this page right here. The only other way people would find you is if they clicked here or we clicked on them, hope to find you there. And if we scroll down a little bit further, this is what we call the organic traffic. So if you search HVAC Beaumont, California, these are the companies that are going to pop up, that Google recognizes as having the most authority. in that search. And so Burgeson's, obviously they're a big company, but they're popping up right here as number one. Then you have Yelp. We don't really worry too much about Yelp. They're always going to be up here. And then Precision One Services. And so these are some sponsored companies that are paying to be here. And then we scroll down here. There's a few more companies. But as you can see, your company does not show up. Your website does not show up in the first page on these Google searches. And so, as I said, just having more directories with your business name, business address, and your business phone number, the more of these directories you have, the more you'll pop up here on the first page, and this will actually start expanding out to the other areas that you work, such as Banning, Cali Mesa, Hemet, and things like that. And you'll start popping up on their maps as well. And so one of the other things I want to discuss is your organic keywords. If we click here and show organic keywords, this tells us all the keywords that you're currently finding on your website. And so when someone does a search for, say, AC repair in Beaumont, California, you're going to pop up ranked 24th under that search criteria. And if we look, this is the traffic that you're getting from organic searches. And as you can see, it's all zero. So your website's generating no traffic from any searches that's being conducted on Google. And so we would want to look at your competition really quick and see, as you can see, they only have 8 keywords. They're only focused solely on Beaumont, California. But as you can see, AC repair, Beaumont, California, HVAC repair, Beaumont, California, they're outranking you 5th and 6th. They're not getting a whole lot of traffic, but they're getting more than you. And then one of the other competitors we looked at was Burgeson's, and we just looked specifically at their Beaumont service area and searched under their Beaumont service area. And as you can see, they have 16 keywords, and then their rankings for those keywords are right here. Now, I don't know if you offer plumbing, so we won't look at those, but if HVAC, AC repair, electrician, Beaumont, they're ranking and they're getting that traffic. And so what we would want to do is focus on the type of keywords that you have, where you're placing those keywords. And in order to get those keywords ranked, we would want to focus on what do we call the backlinks. And so simply a backlink is any outside website or outside source that has a link to one of your pages on your website that is linking from their site to your site. So if someone is reading a blog and you have a link on that blog that goes back to your website, you're going to generate some power from that domain that has your link. And so the more power from those links that you're getting from other websites, the higher and the more power you're going to have it's going to give Google more relevance and authority for your website, and it's going to help you rank these keywords higher. And as you can see, your DR rating, which is your domain rating, comes from these referring domains and these backlinks. And right now you're at a 0. So if we click on these domain links, as you can see, a lot of these are just spam. So it's a spam link. This is why you're not getting any power from any of these links, is because they're just spam links. And 95% of them are spam links. I went through most of them. Like I said, there's another spam link. So you're not going to get any power from those. So if it was up to me, I would actually start adding some extra backlinks that are not spam and start increasing your domain rating so that you're generating some power to your website, which is going to rank these keywords, and you're going to start being found in your Google searches. And so this is a process that a lot of people aren't aware of. When you build your website, you need to, it's not just about building the website, it's about placing these keywords in the right locations, having enough citations to pop up on the Google Map Pack, and then being able to grab these referral domains and these backlinks to give your site some power from these other sources, in order to rank these keywords. And so if we look back at your competitors, while he's only got 8 keywords, he doesn't have any domain ranking either. The reason why he's probably outranking you is just because of where those words are placed, and how they're placed, and the little bit of power that he may be generating from his domains. However, if we go and look at Bergeson's, their domain rating is 37. Obviously, they don't have any referral domains for this page. That's just because this is just a page. But if we look at their overall all their domains all together, all their pages, they have 213 domains with 4,100 backlinks, and so they're generating enough power to give their service pages and their other pages power to start ranking in the locations that you are. And they have 5.6 organic keywords throughout their entire website. And so in Beaumont, it wouldn't be too hard to outrank Burgeson's. It wouldn't be too hard to outrank Precision. It just takes a little bit of work, and a little bit of changes to your website, and adding some citations and adding some new backlinks, and you would be right there in the first position. And then you would just do that for the same areas. But like I said, the first thing I would do is I would fix these service pages and those links that are broken. Because it's confusing Google, and Google's not understanding what you have going on, which is probably one of the things that's causing you not to rank as well. But that's pretty much it. My email, I'll send this to you in an email. Well, obviously, I'm sending this to you in an email. You'll have my phone number, my email address. If you have any questions, please just don't hesitate, give me a call, and I can go into this a little bit more detail. And if there's anything you want me to work on for you, by all means, feel free, reach out. Well, thanks, Chad, and hope to talk to you soon.